Hi guys, I'm here today to read you a story. I'm going to read you one of my favorite stories that I read during our rainforest unit, and it is called Sparky. I know that some of you have already read this story with me, and that's okay. I love reading stories more than one time because you can start to hear and listen for things that you didn't notice before, or you can look at the pictures and see new things that you hadn't seen before. So I'm going to turn my video around. I'm going to read it on my document camera today. And this story is called Sparky, and it was written by Jenny Offill, and the illustrations were done by Chris Applehans. And so I'm going to bring this in just a little bit so you guys can see a little better. All right, there we go. So this story is called Sparky, and it says, "Amazing Sloth Show." Wanted a pet, a bird or a bunny or a trained seal. My mother said no to the bird, no to the bunny, no, no, no to the trained seal. I asked her every day for a month until she finally said, "You can have any pet you want as long as it doesn't need to be walked or bathed or fed." I made her promise. Then I went to see the school librarian. Mrs. Kinklebaum, who knows everything in the world, pointed me to volume S of the Animal Encyclopedia. This is what I found. Sloth. Sloths have been known to sleep more than 16 hours a day. They sometimes hang upside down in trees, barely moving, for long periods of time. They survive by eating leaves and drinking the dew that collects in them. It is said that sloths are the laziest animals in the world. My sloth arrived by express mail. He was about the size of a medium-ish dog with a flat nose and a monkey face. My mother wasn't happy, but a promise is a promise, I said. Sparky, I decided. That will be your name. I took him outside to his tree. Sparky went right to sleep. I made a sign and put it under the tree. Guard sloth. Enter at your own peril. It was 2 days before I saw him awake. He didn't know a lot of games, so I taught him some. We played King of the Mountain. I won. We played hide and seek, and I won. We played Kung Fu Fighter, and I won. We played Statue, and Sparky was very, very good. That weekend, Mary Potts came over to investigate. Let me show you what Mary Potts is like. This is a picture of her room. Excellence in penmanship compliance, most likely to chew closed-mouthed in the lunchroom. Best fire drill liner upper. Before she even took off her coat, Mary said, "Let me see your new pet." I had some worries, but I took her out to Sparky's tree. He opened his eyes, and he looked at us. Then he closed them again. I rubbed his belly, but it was too late. We stood there for a while watching him sleep. His fur ruffled gently in the breeze. "I feel sorry for you," said Mary. "My cat can dance on her hind legs, and my parrot knows 20 words, including God and ice cream." "Sparky knows tricks too," I told her, but she didn't believe me. The next day, I made a poster and I nailed it to the tree outside Mary Potts' house. Trained Sloth Extravaganza. Countless tricks to mystify you, just 7 days away. All week we trained in secret. Sometimes Sparky slept through practice and I had to poke him awake. Sometimes he forgot what he was doing and we had to start all over. Sometimes he took so long to fetch that I went inside and had dinner while I waited. I was starting to think the poster had been a mistake, but a promise is a promise. On the day of the trained sloth extravaganza, my mother set up lawn chairs. 3 people came to see Sparky perform. My mother, Mary Potts, and Mrs. Edwin, the crossing guard. Mrs. Edwin approved of Sparky because he never ran in the street. Do I look like a ringmaster? I asked my mother. You look very interesting, she told me. I put a little glitter on Sparky just before the curtain went up. I kept wishing I had written 2 tricks on the poster instead of countless tricks. Play dead, Sparky, I said, and he did. Roll over, I said, and he didn't. Speak, I commanded. We all waited and waited. Speak. Sparky looked at me. The only thing you could hear was the wind in the trees. He has a pretty coat, doesn't he? Mrs. Edwin said finally. You can't just invent a brand new pet like that, Mary told me. A pet no one's even had. My mother came out with lemonade and cookies, but everyone said they had to be going. Sparky and I watched them. Then my mother made me put the chairs away. Afterward, I gave Sparky a cookie, but he ate it so slowly that I took it back again. It was getting dark out. I looked at him and he looked at me. You could hear all the neighborhood dogs barking. I reached over and tagged him on his claw. You're it, Sparky, I said. And for a long, long time, he was. The end. I don't know that my mom would have ever let me have a sloth as a kid. What do you guys think? Do you think your parents let you guys have a sloth? Doubtful. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed my story, and I will see you later. Bye.